Damn.
Tramiel tased her. It was a thing. Yeah, Tramel's a taser bitch. My bitch is a Caucasian woman, bitch.
I hate that you just said that. I cannot.
Wait a minute. Oh. Welcome back to another episode of Key and Carry, where we key.
We carry.
I'm Troy.
I'm Damon.
Oh, finally you're here, bitch. You got $1?
Yes, and today we're reviewing the reunion for season 1 of Weblyfe Atlanta.
What's going on, Atlanta? I am Rashad Walker. I will be your host this season. I am so excited to be here with the cast of Weblyfe Atlanta for season 1.
It could have been better. It wasn't bad, but I think it was a little, like, I guess uneven, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously they didn't get through all of what they needed to talk about, but when I saw that it was like one episode and then I didn't see like part 1, part 2 or whatever, I was like, oh, like they put the whole thing into one like episode, like that's what's up. But I was kind of curious as to how they were going to do it, but you know, obviously it was left on like a cliffhanger. So are they going to have a part 2 or?
I don't think so. I think that was just it. I think that was the conclusion of the season.
Well, keeping us in suspense. All right. Like,
yeah. For it to be like such a good season, I felt like the reunion was just like, man, there were a lot of issues that weren't touched, that weren't resolved. Right. A lot of questions left unanswered. Few people didn't show up. It was an okay reunion for me.
Because you know that was a Neiman suit.
I bought it from actually Neiman's.
Neiman's?
Yeah.
Okay. Look good. Is this bought too, or did you get this made?
No, it's bought. I think it's like Calvin Klein.
Hey, you can never go wrong with Calvin Klein.
Okay. This looks more Neiman's to me.
I don't like that bitch. I don't see her.
You caught that shade, so.
This looks more Neiman's. I'm like, Carl, really?
Literally,
you can't let nothing go by,
right? Like literally, as soon as the host asked Larry, you could see Carl looking at the suit, and he's like, "How am I gonna get this bitch over here? This looks more Neiman's to me." I was like, "Okay, Carl, how you feel about Brandon's dead man fit?"
He said, "You in that dead man suit." I was like,
Rest in peace to the chicks that's dying to be me.
I just be feeling so bad for Brandon. I'd be like, fight back. like it just be so, it's just, this is damn near bullying at this point. Like, I didn't mind his suit. I thought his suit was nice. I actually thought it was pretty, shout out to his tailor. Cause you know, whoever tailors his suits, I'm like, they do a really good job. Like even the suit jackets he had on at, in the confessionals, it was like tailored to his body.
Let's start with like our standout moments. Like, well, the first moment that stood out to me, or that I just noticed was kind of crazy, was the editing. I feel like somebody would be talking, and then that clip would be cut short, and then it would proceed to like the host asking somebody else a question, or I don't know if it was because there was a lot of back and forth between like Brandon and Carl, but I also found that it was kind of hard to hear like the cast members talk. Like sometimes, like the camera could be like focused on the cast member, and the host could be asking somebody a question, or just sometimes in general, it would be hard to hear like the host ask a question. So I just thought the editing is just a little shaky.
Yeah, like you said, there were weird audio moments where like someone would say something and it would be cut off, but it seemed kind of like I didn't know if it was a mistake or if they were, hold on. Somebody is coming in.
Yeah.
Hello, what's up? Yeah, I was.
Oh, and he got a bottle too? Okay.
Come on. What's up? Here. Yes. Y'all was leaving the gym, but you know I've been working on my fitness.
Yes. This summer body.
Yeah,
look, summer. Bitch, this Croc tops all summer, bitch.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Of course. So we know that you kind of talked a little bit at the reunion about how like you weren't really able to talk about your time at the reunion, like at the actual reunion.
The reason why I'm no, I'm not letting him know. I'm not because he just spoke the entire reunion.
So we kind of just want to know like a little more about you and just like your experience at the reunion. So but first off, we want to know what part of Michigan are you from? Like in Detroit?
I'm not from Detroit. I'm from Muskegon, Michigan.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But I say Detroit because the fact that if I say Muskegon, everybody said they don't know.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. Detroit.
Yeah.
So it's Detroit.
Okay.
But I went to Michigan State University, and I was like, we partied in Detroit for like 2 or 3 years. I know Detroit like it's home, so it's still home.
Okay. Yeah. As somebody who is from Detroit but lives in Chicago, or I'm in a suburb of Detroit too, so like coming here, they're like, what is downriver?
Tell them Detroit.
Yeah, I'm just like Detroit. They're like, okay, yeah. So okay, Muskegon.
Because you be all day trying to explain that.
Right. I gotta pull out a map and everything. Like,
right.
How would you like describe your overall experience of doing Weblyfe, the first season?
I had a good time. It was fun. You know me, I'm an entertainer. They know that. So you put a camera in my face, I'm just gonna go.
I noticed that. I feel like
I had a great time.
I feel like there were times where you would like be arguing, but then you would snap back into just like being like funny and like having a good time. Like
it's fun. Like we had did a live like right at the day of the reunion. I had let everybody know, give y'all the tea too, so because I don't know if y'all saw it or not. But me and Brandon are friends. We planned most of that.
Is he sirs? He ain't sirs. He ain't sirs.
Production didn't even know.
Ooh. Y'all con production, okay.
But
come
the plot twist.
Liv and Diamond from BGC 15.
Right? Like
listen, we know how to make a show, but end of the day, the reunion is where the shit changed.
Okay.
Hey. I don't know. She was in character for so long, and the heat got too tough because Brandon just blocked me on everything. So we don't. I don't know what happened after that. So.
Because I was wondering, like, with and we'll get into it, but the whole OnlyFans thing, I was like, why is he so into, like, this OnlyFans thing?
That's production. No, let me get the one thing straight. I don't give a fuck what she did with her booty cheeks. That's completely up to her. Like, I'm not concerned enough. Like, I'm not going to lie and say people didn't send me the stuff. I had had it. I had stuff about her OnlyFans for months. A lot of people in Atlanta do not like her. And... Brandon's not a bad person. He's not a bad person. Brandon is a sweetheart. Love him to death. Even though he blocked me, he probably fucking with me right now. I'm gonna be honest. He's a sweetheart, and he's very talented. And a lot of people don't know that because of the fact that the OnlyFans seems to get. And let's get into that. The reason why the OnlyFans is getting so much play because if y'all remember, he was on G Status, and he basically was like coming down on Shirai, basically saying he was like kind of like beneath him because he was doing OnlyFans. Fast forward 3 months later. Now you're doing OnlyFans. So that's why we're
well,
no.
Won't he do it? Yeah.
Like, how you gonna come down on this man? Because I mean, I have no problem with OnlyFans. Look, OnlyFans girls, because I don't subscribe to nobody's shit, but Twitter gives it 2 minutes and 20 seconds for free. So it gets hey, without them, they get me through some tough times. Okay. So at the end of the day, I'm fine. I don't have nothing against people who do OnlyFans, but what I do have a problem with is people who do OnlyFans and, like, for example, Brandon, you do OnlyFans, but you don't want to own it. You're like, well, there's more to me than that. Then show everybody that did.
Yeah.
Lacey just came to you with a role with a great company, and you talking about some decline respectively. For what? How? He owned it in the beginning, but see, to his defense, we planned it that way because production they needed a protagonist and an antagonist. They needed one.
Right.
When they first cast it, I wasn't originally a part of the main cast. They brought on because I guess he had filmed. I guess they filmed 2 weeks before I got on cast, and he had showed it to like his group of producer peers, and they said scrap the show was boring. Like just start over and just get rid of everybody. So he hit Mikey, who is also on production, and Mikey said. You need to bring somebody in here that can shake the table real quick. And Mikey said, I know just the person. So he called me, Mikey called me and asked me did I want to be a part of it because I was doing another show called Set It Off, which they are coming back out as well. But I ended up getting fired from that show because I almost beat the hell out of production. Ooh. So they fired me. And I was doing cameos on the way up Atlanta because Trey Morris, shout out to Trey Morris. We're great friends. So I was like coming in on his show. So when I was doing that, I just wrapped up doing, just featuring on that show. He like, are you still doing Set It Off? And I'm like, no, they fired me because the bitch wanted it with Lane and I was going to beat the bitch ass. He like, well, would you like to do this situation? I said, well, sure. He was like, okay, cool. But Mikey didn't tell me that they needed a show villain. He didn't say that. I'm thinking I'm going to come in there, be my happy-go-lucky self. And, if there's because I know all the people that's on there. Like, I know everybody on the cast. I said, oh, yeah, I don't know how. I was thinking, like, how is this going to be drama? Because I'm cool with everybody on this cast. So right after he called me, I got a call from Antar, which is the producer, and said, this is what I need. This is what I brought you on to do. Will you be okay with doing that? I said, yeah, cool, girl, that's cool. I hung up with him, and I called Mikey and Brandon on three-way. I said, I just met him. Y'all my girls. So what's up? Like, this is what he wants. Are y'all okay with that? Brandon said he's trying to get a show started. Okay, bitch, let's give him a show. He said, what you want to do? Is there anything I can say about you that's going to be off limits? I said, bitch, when you get an opportunity, bitch, drag me, bitch, if you want to, because I'm going to do the same thing. And he said, okay, cool. That's how we're going to play it. So I never told anybody. Nobody knew, but Mikey and Brandon were very aware. So, yeah, I played a villain.
And that's something that like people I feel like don't realize is that like a lot of times with reality TV, like it's a show. And I feel like people be going in on the comments like, I fucking hate this person. It's like it's a show.
They've been dragging me down to the ground. Like, I'm reading comments like my manager and everybody said, Carl, don't you respond to that. Because you know me, I'm a clapper backer, bitch. So I will go down 100 comments. I will go down to each and every one of them raggedy ass bitches.
Get them all together. Like
every last one. She like, don't do it. Please don't do it. I said this because you know me.
So
get every last one of them bitches together.
So going back to G status, there was like a little confusion because with the whole, I know you were at the cookout, the picnic thing that went wild. So there was talk of Brandon being a prostitute. Was that what they were talking about when it came to OnlyFans? Him doing OnlyFans?
No, that was just they was basically saying that Brandon was an escort. Now, here's the thing. Let me tell y'all about G status. Let's air them hoes out.
Ooh.
Their production company does a lot more hands-on shit than they need to be doing. Instead of like you've already picked a cast of 50.
I said that.
Bitches that don't know each other. They don't know each other.
Yeah.
When you have a cast that big with all these personalities, you don't need to script the drama. You don't need to add shit in there. You'd have let all 50 of them crazy bitches get on there, bitch, you'd have had the drama. So you didn't have to do all that. But they decided to get their goddamn grubby little hands in there, fucking shit up, and they really fucking shit over. So like they fucked Delicious over. They did her bad, did her real bad. Even though Spike said she's partly to blame for that, but at the end of the day, y'all threw her ass out to the wolves. Like, bitch, fuck you. It's pretty much what happened. And a lot of that stuff that they were getting, Ja and them were putting a lot of that shit in there and telling them, say this, say this, say that, say this. And it's like, you don't have to do that. Because the story writes itself. It's enough of these bitches on here to sell a show.
Yeah, because it was so confusing because it was like we saw the CPK stuff. And then all of a sudden, Mikey was like, did you call him a prostitute? And we were like, we didn't see anything about him calling him a prostitute. So it just seemed like it came out of nowhere. So we were just like, what? Like
one thing about when it comes to G status, their production quality, I think, is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But their editing is bad. So it's just like y'all edit it badly. Y'all have scenes that's 20 minutes long that don't need to be 20 minutes long. And then y'all cut shit out. People don't understand what's going on. The confessional be 10 minutes long. We don't need to watch nobody talk for 10 minutes. Like, we just don't need to see that. But you can't tell them nothing. They think they got what they're doing. Like, here we are, February 2021. We still have not got the 10th episode or the reunion yet.
Right. Yeah. That's so crazy. And we've been waiting for like the longest. And it's so crazy because they had just like came back from like a break. So we were just like,
a whole month long break.
Like, what's going on? Like, I feel like we would feel a little better about it, but it's like nothing. So you know,
we were fans. Bitch, we used to push them. I have a podcast called Corporate Mouth, me and Tramel, and we did a lot of pushing for G status. But we noticed how they was doing. My bitch Tramel, they was like, bitch, you know, I was ready to fight. But well, I did fight. I beat the fuck out of Ford.
Whoa. Ooh, see, I was gonna ask you about that.
Go ahead, Troy.
Yes, well, it's out there. Shit, it's like you said, it's been like a month. So I did want to ask you about I want to ask you about two physical altercations. Yes, you know I'm gonna be messy. So I'm gonna let Damon be the
analytical. How do you thinking I'm violent,
bitch? I'm gonna let Damon be like the analytical one. I'm gonna be the messy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask like the messy question. So. Okay, first you mentioned that Sherrod rode Mikey in the bush. Like, is that who you were speaking to?
I was talking about that. That particular situation was on G status. They apparently because Mikey and Brandon were both on G status, and they ended up quitting G status. So of course, they cut all their scenes out. But that was actually filmed. Gerard and Mikey got an altercation. And at a fashion show, even I don't know if they even showed that in this season. It was like I said, we filmed that shit. I did scenes like I was the first show, but I did a lot of things with them, and it's like they cut most of it out. So of course, John and them don't like me. So and I'm called. Well, I know they're not gonna whoop no ass, but they cannot like me all day. But at the end of the day, yeah, they took a lot of shit out. That was one of the things that took out. But I was not at that particular event. But I did hear they said Sherrod won the fight. Now that I'm not, like I said, if I keep my home girl, I'm not gonna but I can't be nothing but honest. And that's what I heard. They said Sherrod won the fight. That's what I heard.
Because we seen him talking about when I see him, it's on.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, obviously they're gonna run into each other at some point. So what's what happened, So
and what happened crazy? That was after the cookout.
Okay. I remember that episode where Mikey was saying I got heat for Sherrod, and you were in the background. At the time, we didn't know who you were. You were in the background. Get her. And we were like, who was that?
Okay, let's go. Let's rewind that. And around that time, me and Sherrod weren't on the best of terms then, because let's rewind back to season 1 of G Status. They had the scene with him and Tramel, and he was telling everybody how he wanted to step away from porn and he wanted to do mainstream acting. What people don't know about Sherrod is he's a very good actor. He's very talented, but he wanted to kind of try to white people. Let me tell you, Sherrod been busted wide open since the Vine. So he got material, bitch, that fucking is way out here. So Mel was trying to tell him was that, bitch, it don't matter what you do, you'll never be able to come get past that. There's videos of you busting it open, bitch, before we had 4G. So, I mean, you ain't gonna never be able to live that down. So your best bet is to own it. And he got mad this bitch gonna tell me. So we had a radio interview. This is before I started doing radio. It was me and Tramel. We just started Corporate Mouth. Corporate Mouth was making a little traction, and we were doing an interview with Hey Mikey. And they asked her about that particular situation. And I said, Tramel was gonna answer. I said, that's all right, bitch, I got it. I said, what she need to do is stop spreading her booty cheeks from east to west. Y'all know that's my favorite saying. Spread her booty cheeks from east to west, and bitch, she need to own what she do. Bitch, if you're gonna be a sexualized socialite, own that shit. Bitch, hell yeah. Because let me tell you something. If Carl do OnlyFans, bitch, I would be on here promoting this shit. Bitch, everybody gonna see my ass. Everybody. And while you at it, go subscribe to my OnlyFans. Right. I am going to promote that shit Listen, link in my bio. You gonna know it every fucking day. So all I wanted Sherrod to do was own it. After we had that conversation, we squashed the beef. Season 2 rolls around. He bitch, hell yeah, I do it. And so what? I said, yes, bitch. That's all you needed to do. That's all you needed to do.
Because it's so weird because it's it's Atlanta. I feel isn't that where a lot of those production companies are?
Get one thing straight. Everybody in this bitch is a whore. Some of y'all do it with your ring light and y'all camera, and some of us like me, bitch, just to turn the lights out. That's all it is. We all do the same shit.
Yeah.
Own that shit. Because if I did, but trust me, times are getting hard. COVID and all this shit didn't happen. Yeah, I might have an OnlyFans coming soon, bitch. They want to see this big body Benz, bitch.
Which song are you gonna play in your OnlyFans? Which one of your?
Bunny pussy, of course.
Yes.
They gotta
you know, I stand bunny pussy. You know I love bunny pussy. Yes.
Bunny pussy. Yes.
You said you beat who down at Charlie's birthday party?
I call her Poor Jones. I don't even like mentioning that girl, but yeah, Poor Jones girl, because she had a lot of fucking mouth. All right, let me tell y'all how that started. So we went to Charlie's birthday party. Now I'm coming in, but you know, like let me get, so in case y'all don't know, because Weblyfe gave a real different, like I was just like I'm an antagonist. I'm the type of person, you give me a role, I'm gonna live up to it. I'm an actor. But normally, Carl, I go in that bitch, I'm all smiles, I'm all laugh, I tell jokes all day, I get drunk, and I be twerking in the middle of the dance floor. That's usually me. So we're, of course, we're coming to this event to film. So we're in the hallway. It's Lando King, Tramiel, me, we all hang together. So we all came together. And then you got four. This is my first time meeting this young lady. First time meeting her. Now, Charlie's everybody there, and everybody's there. We're mingling. We're like, hey, how you doing? And she comes up to our group, and she starts talking. So I come to her like, hey, how you doing? And she look at me like, oh, hell no. You, like me, bitch, I already had 2 drinks. And bitch, I all that disrespect, I don't do so well. So Lando's boyfriend at the time was like, bitch, don't tear up this event, bitch. I know you don't tear it. I said, you know what? I'm going to take my fat ass in here, give me a drink, and I'm just going to dance. And I'm just going to let it go. So I'm out here having a good time. Mind you, I didn't party through the whole party. We come outside, bitch, Lando mad. Like, I'm going to beat her ass. I'm like, girl, who, girl? He like, 4. I'm like, bitch, what she do? And he like, nothing. He like, I didn't want to talk about it. So he like, hold this bag for me. I said, okay, cool. All I know, he give me the bag and he take off running. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you doing? He runs up on the goddamn porch and cold cocks this bitch right off the goddamn fucking porch. Damn. She fucking it. He just went to beating us. So they done broke the fight up. Then our guy comes over there like, you are better than that. You are so much better than that. Like, you should not be fighting these girls. And they, you are like better. Our guy. Right. And I'm like, our guy. I said, chill out. Because this bitch been I said, I wanted to pop her when I first got here. I said, she got a real nasty attitude. I don't know this bitch from a can of paint. So I'm trying to tell our guy, and they holding Lando back. And she like, bitch, and any bitch that want it can get it. I said, girl, your problem now is your mouth. And you're still talking. And she's still talking. I'm talking, bitch. Ain't no bitch gonna do nothing. That's all I need to press go. Who ain't gonna do nothing? I just, put all the shit I was holding on the ground. And I weaved through 80 bitches, and I snatched that bitch by the back of her neck and went to work. Oh, so somebody picked me up. I don't know who it was. Who that was, I'm glad I wasn't fighting that bitch because she probably whipped my ass. But she picked my big ass up in the air. I said, "Oh, I'm glad you wasn't violent, girl." Because
it was probably that bouncer that didn't let Sherrod into the party. That's who it was. Probably him. It was probably him.
Let Sherrod into the party. That's who it was.
Because even at that moment when he did let Sherrod in, he was like, "I want you to. Are you gonna leave or not?" Like, because
the nigga was ready. Okay, yeah. And I ain't want no beef with her. Okay, let's get that straight. So I know so crazy. I'm drunk. And I was ready to go, so I'm ready to go back in. The police come go, I said, all right, let's go. I ain't going to jail. Bitch,
grab your bag so we can go.
Like... So apparently she got beat so bad, she had a sprained ankle. She was at the hospital. She had a cast on her foot or some bullshit. She went to production. They beat me, and I want to press charges and all this other bullshit. There was a scene that we did that got cut. We went to downtown to a party. To a restaurant. And we met her, and she came right at me. I just set my ass down. She like, bitch, I'm gonna beat your fat ass. I'm like, girl, I'm just here, girl. Like, why you mad at me? Girl, you still mad? That was like a week ago, bitch. Girl, give me a hug, bitch. You still mad?
Them bruises ain't healed yet, girl. Like, come on,
girl, you ain't on crutches today.
Your hand don't hurt no more. Relax. Like,
you got a good girl. You got your body heals well, girl. Good.
That's crazy because prior to like y'all fighting, he got into it with I think Lando inside of the bedroom. Him and Lando and his boyfriend at the time got into it with Ford. And I remember saying Ford
that night. That was that
okay.
Night.
I remember saying Ford was Ford being the problem that night because he got into it with he insulted Tramiel.
20 minutes after that.
Yeah, and then he insulted somebody else. I was like, he was just being extra that night, and then he ended up getting twirled.
This is one thing. You got some people like a lot of us get on these platforms, and like me, I have a brand. I have a nice following. I have a chart-topping album. I'm here on these reality shows basically to expand the already existing brand. Mm-hmm. You got bitches like her. They come on these shows, and they just strictly want to be a reality show star. That's all they want to be, and that's fine. And me, the type of person I am, I'm from the hood. So at the end of the day, I can promote my brand and beat your ass at the same time. So however you want this to go, I'm with the shit. Everybody's not. You got bitches that like my bitch Tramiel. Love her down. Tramiel don't want to fight nobody. She will. Because mind you, they got into a fight for Tramiel and his boyfriend got into a fight at downtown maybe 2 months ago.
Damn.
Tramiel tased her. It was a thing. Yeah, Tramiel's a taser, bitch. My bitch is a Caucasian woman, bitch.
I hate that you just said that. I cannot.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Tramiel did tase her. So,
I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah, so like it's a lot. Mind you, the drama behind the scenes, y'all would have. G-Status had a good ass show. They had a great show. They just don't know what they're doing.
They're
the only ones who have the same numbers or neck and neck numbers with Chasing Atlanta. The only bitches that could have put, Chasing Atlanta on their heels would have been G-Status. Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up.
And you know what's so crazy? I watched Chasing Atlanta from the beginning, and then once G-Status came out, people were like low-key talking shit, like, oh, like, Chasing Atlanta, G-Status is about to come, and then they just stopped being consistent, and it was like
consistency is key. Like Weblyfe, you already know our editing, our production, the quality was trash, but we were consistent if we were nothing else. It looked like it came out in 2006, but the bitch came every fucking Tuesday. Okay, it came every Tuesday. Consistency is key.
Yes.
We gave you the 23-minute episodes like you ain't never requested before in your life. Okay?
Not 2006. I can't.
I saw that shit came out, bitches. I got to do interviews like shit like what I'm doing now, and I got to fucking defend the damn shit. I said, girl. They like, what about the quality? I'm looking like, girl.
Like, I'm not a producer. I was in front of the camera, not behind it. Like,
I got video leap on my phone, bitch. I could have helped you out, bitch. Everybody on Weblyfe work at film. Like, you ain't thinking that to get none of us? None of us?
Oh my God. But
we know we do it.
I think the thing with that though is I like seeing like them come up because I feel like all the shows were like that at one point. Yeah. So yeah, I mean to see like even Chasing Atlanta go from like the first season to like now, I'm like, damn, y'all really
Chasing Atlanta first season, child. They was doing goddamn fucking events. They would call them events. It was hotels. They had bowls of Cheetos sitting in the damn water. They came a long way. Long way. I seen the first episode. When I seen that bowl of Cheetos sitting in that goddamn Motel 6, I said, nope, I ain't watching this. I can't do it. Can't do this.
These reality shows, like, they love a hotel room. Like, it's a common theme. Like,
Mikey throw these badass events, and Brandon throw a fabulous event at a goddamn hotel. I said, girl. Just because you put on silk pajamas and you do it at the Regency, bitch, don't make it superb, bitch. It'll make it like, bitch, the bee's knees, bitch. It don't work like that.
Okay, so Carl, I have another question for you. I kind of want to backtrack. So
go ahead. What's that?
After you graduated from Michigan State, was Atlanta, was that the first city that you moved to right out of Michigan?
Yeah, let's talk about that. When I was going to Michigan State, I said, okay, after I'm done, I wanted to go to Atlanta.
Okay.
I left in 2007. We were in the middle. That's when the recession hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had a job in Lansing, Michigan, and it was a good job. I worked for the government, and we got laid off because the recession it just wasn't doing well. So I said, bitch, I want to go. We used to visit Atlanta, bitch, for every holiday: Memorial Day, Boxing Day, bitch, fucking Candy Day,
MLK
bitch.
weekend.
Any day I had. If it was a 2-day weekend, bitch, we was in Atlanta. So we had fucking visited so much. I said, bitch, the recession hit. I lost my job. I'm done with school. Bitch, let me take my ass to Atlanta. Bitch, Atlanta was worse than goddamn Michigan. So I think I stayed there for 3 months because, bitch, I was like in my 20s and I wanted to, suck dick and party. So we stayed for 3 months. And then I had a boyfriend at the time. We were sucking dick together. So, we had stayed there for 3 months, and I'm like, bitch, I can't do this. I'm an Army vet, so I was in the Army at the time.
Okay.
So I had just did a stint. I did National Guard. I had just did my 2-week training for the summer. So they pay us pretty well. I got paid like a $4,000 check. So $4,000. I said I was gonna take it like, bitch, let's stay here. I can stay here 4 more months. Bitch, just suck some more dick, bitch, party a little bit more. And I said, you know what? That's when the light bulb came. I said, I can't do this. So my father stays in Texas, in Houston. So I said, I have my majors in criminal justice. Let me just take my ass down there. So I ended up moving to Texas for 2 years, and I started working at the prison down there.
Oh, what was that like?
It's another story for another day, but I'm telling you, the prisoners, yes, ma'am, they wanted a piece. And some nights I gave it to them. Okay?
Said pop, baby. Come on, Carl.
Like, you doing hard time, but you ain't getting out, bitch. And this booty is fat, so bitch, what's that? Do you want these cigarettes or no? So eventually, what ended up happening was my boyfriend at the time was working at a security company, and this some Grand Theft Auto shit. Apparently, there was a gang there that wanted to steal the copper out of the AC unit. So they bound and gagged him at gunpoint. And me being the cute little housewife that I am, I was bringing him his lunch. Because I cooked that night, and I was bringing my man his lunch and shit. Bitch, and mind you, I pull up and I don't see him, but I see his card. I'm like, girl, where the fuck he at? So it's dark outside, and I'm just seeing like 12 figures just running with mask on, and all of a sudden, I'm like, so I'm on the bitch. I didn't clutch my pearls. Like, this is fuck going on. I'm like, is this nigga doing a gangbang? I'm ready to fucking fight, bitch. Like, okay, bitch, what the fuck? What in the OnlyFans is going on here? So he come running out of his uniform, breaking the tape and pulling the gag out of his mouth, and he just said run. And I'm black. I didn't ask no questions.
Right.
Left my car, the keys in and everything. Took off running. I beat him. Bitch, that's when I was like 145 pounds, bitch. I was out here. Track star, go. So finally, we got maybe 2 miles out, and I finally caught my breath and stopped and said, bitch, why are we running? And he told me, hold on, my bad. That's my man, my new man calling.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
just in time for Valentine's Day. Go ahead.
Listen. And he so basically, after that we end up he will call the police. He told us they were stealing copper. And I'm like, bitch, what in the Grand Theft Auto is happening here? Like, they actually bound and gagged you at fucking gunpoint. He ended up we went back to the house. They took his ID and they still had it. The next day woke up, my car windows were bust out of my car.
Damn.
So we packed up the bed and everything that can fit in my goddamn trunk, bitch. We strapped that bitch up and we headed right back to Atlanta. Didn't get my job, no notice or nothing, Jesus. We left. I said, bitch, we getting the fuck ASAP. And we was out.
You're like, I majored in criminal justice. I know how this goes. Let's go.
Yeah, I know how this goes. You ain't about to kill me, bitch. I'm out. So we left, came straight to Atlanta. That was 2009. And I've been here ever since.
Okay.
Actually, so I've been here ever since. So I've been in, so Atlanta was actually where I did want to go. But I did a stint in Texas. I ended up here in 2009, and I've been here ever since then.
What got you interested in, I guess, radio? Like, you have a major in criminal justice. Like, were you always interested in like radio, or is that just
like me? Here's the thing: criminal justice. I was basically following my mom and my dad's footsteps. My mom was a correctional officer, and so was my dad. Okay. So I just wanted to go. I actually started off in Michigan State as a pre-med major. I got them first courses. I said, no, ma'am. What else you got? Because we ain't do. I came here to get. I know I'm gonna be drunk half the time, and I can't do this. So we need something else.
No malpractice for me. Like,
that wasn't working. So actually, I've been an actor. Like, I've been doing like drama, plays, clubs. I've been that since I was a kid. So I actually wanted to get into that. When I came here, I initially wanted to work at the prison, but I didn't work at the prison because it was during a recession still. And when I moved here back in 2009, I tried to get back into it again. They weren't hiring. I ended up applying for an airline company, and I've been there. That's where I've been ever since. So the airline company picked me right up, and I've been working there. I always wanted to do something, radio, anything in entertainment was what I wanted to do. But my mom has a mental disability, had because she died in 2019. but she had a mental disability, and she ended up like catching a train or a bus and just showed up on my doorstep. And then she like, okay, I need you to take care, like, you know, help me. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, I ain't really making, at the time I was probably making like $10 an hour. I'm like, girl, bitch, I ain't gonna make no money like that. So I had to go find her an apartment. I had to get another job. So I was working 2 jobs, providing for my household and hers. So that didn't free up any time to go do radio, to audition for roles. And my mom stayed here in Atlanta with me for 10 years. So I think my mama left in 2018. You know, because as Georgia law, I can't put her in a hospital without her consent. I finally got her in 2018. And once she got out and she got on medication, she just said she wanted to go live in Texas. I have a sister that lives there. So we ended up making the arrangements to move her there so I can have a break. Because I've been taking care of my mom for like 10 years. I became her power of attorney and everything. And was what I was doing. So as soon as my mom left, 2018, literally 2 months after she left, I said, it's time. Like, I need to do what I really want to do. And me, being the person I am, I didn't know nothing about the acting work that had been so long. So I went straight to Tyler Perry. I was trying to audition for straight in. They like, where your resume at? I'm like, bitch, I ain't got one. Y'all are hiring, ain't y'all? Like, what's up? They like, you got to get some experience first. So that's why I got into the web series stuff. So I started off doing that. So I did web series. I wanted a bigger company down here. The one that Brandon started off offered me a role, but it was nudity. And of course, you know, I had body and shit all for it, but I said, that's what gays are known for. That's all we do. Y'all know we are overly sexualized. I didn't want to start off my career being butt booty naked because the first thing they asked me was, do I have any problem with showing my ass and my dick on screen? And me, bitch, I'm a confident bitch. I don't, but professionally, I said I don't want to start that way. I have no problems. I've done sex scenes in shows before. I just like, they were tastefully done though. So I said I want to start off doing that first. And then maybe down the line, if the opportunity presents itself and the money is right, I'll do it. But acting is what I wanted. I want to be Will Smith, not Pinky. So, you know, I wanted to go that route. So I started that. And that's what led into the corporate mouth. And that led into radio payment because I was actually auditioned to be on Mikey's show as a co-host maybe 2 years ago. And the station manager said, I love you so much, I want you to do your own show. So if y'all want, let's talk about that. When I made that comment and I said, you need me, I don't need you. My show, I had the hottest show on that station, which was my show. So when Oliver got on Chase in Atlanta and said, I'm at the hottest show at WTT Radio, hey, Mikey, you're lying. The hottest show was mine, which was Socially Complicated with Pepper K. Star. That was the numbers. They put our numbers on the board every week. Mikey had maybe 6 or 7 viewers every week. I was in the hundreds every week.
Ooh. What?
So we were different. So Mikey knew that I could bring a crowd. So that's why Mikey asked me. So when I decided not to bring my show back, because radio was not nothing I wanted to do. Like I can do radio, but it's not nothing like I said, it just wasn't 200 fucking listeners, just that felt like that wasn't doing nothing for me. So I said I didn't bring my show back. So when he said, but see, the thing about it is, let me go back. Mikey has the celebrity guest. He can pull bitches from Tyler Perry camp. He can pull we've had rappers, artists, we had bitches off the Tyler Perry Bruh series. We had everything. Love and hip hop. He has all those connections. So me, I think smart. You got the connections, I come over here. I can bring the audience, you got the connections. Put us together, magic. So that's why I decided to go on his show. So at the end of the day, you need somebody to watch the shit. And the only way they're gonna watch it is if I'm here.
True. I mean,
so,
you made this show,
that's
so I mean, I'm not
Very
surprised.
true.
Like,
not to toot my own horn, but like I said, like one thing, I'll speak on facts. I don't like to do shit like, you know, just hearsay or opinion. The numbers don't lie. I brought the numbers. You bring the people, I bring the numbers. And then we brought on Amani Van Zant. What I can't bring in, she bring in. So with me and Amani, you good. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yes, love her.
Yeah, love me, Amani.
So if we can transition a little bit more into the reunion. So you said that, like, you know, you and Brandon, of course, were cool until things went left. Can you speak a little bit more about like when that happened and like, you know, did it just go too far or?
I think it went too far. I talked to Mikey later because, you know, him and Mikey's a good girlfriend. So He told me that he felt at the reunion that I was reminding him of his drunk father.
What?
Now let me say, I was toe. No, we won't get to it. I was toe up at that reunion, but see, this is different for me. I'm not an angry drunk. I'm a happy drunk. So I drink to keep me from beating your ass. If you don't want me to whoop your ass, a drink is what I need, because then everything's funny to me. But things got real. But you got to realize, the anger that I had, if y'all watched that reunion, it wasn't towards Brandon. It was towards the host. Brandon kept up inserting himself when I'm trying to talk to her. And me, I'm quick on my feet. I'm mad at her, bitch. I can direct it this way because you keep interrupting me, and I'm trying to air this bitch out. And you still talking. I'm talking to her because she keep allowing you to talk. Mikey's here. I'm here. Larry's here. There's 3 other bitches sitting here. You asked all because the host, that's my girl, I love Rashad. Shouts out to her. But I think she was wooed by Brandon. She has a crush on Brandon. It was very obvious on screen. And it's very obvious by the way she did the questioning. And you can like that bitch. You can want to fuck her. You can want to lick her booty crack all day. I am fine with that. But bitch, don't ask that bitch a question about me. Allow her to air my ass out. And then you ask me a question. And then as soon as I say, well, I thought, moving on. Bitch, moving where? Now here's what y'all missed out on. She punted my ass twice. And I let her slide with it. Why? Because I had my Jesus juice. And I let her go. I said, oh. Well, all right, I guess we moving on. I didn't say nothing. The second time she did it, I said, oh, well, I guess she moving on. The third time, that's what y'all saw. I said, no, we ain't moving on. Not this time. Bitch, you didn't let her, this bitch been talking this entire goddamn time. Bitch, you gonna let me say something. Don't ask her a question about me, then I get to talk, bitch, and you want to cut me off. No, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, like, watching the reunion, it did seem like a lot of it was towards Brandon. Like, I know, like, the OnlyFans thing was big, and then he and his boyfriend was big, and then he and Mikey was big. So, like, it's so funny that, like, people were joking about the Brandon and friends because, like, watching the show, like, I was like,
I said that. I'm the one that gave that up. I said, bitch, this show was Brandon and friends. It was based around Brandon. Like, and it was. I said, bitch, she's in every fucking scene, every episode, every scene.
Yeah.
Who in production got a crush on this bitch? Is what I'm asking at this point.
Well, I mean, leaving from G Status, it sounded like it was a good move then, because like G Status is like all these people, and then you went to this show, and now everybody, you know, like you don't really have to share as much with everybody else. So
it's crazy because Damon, you did say in one of our reviews, I think episode 7, that episode was Brandon heavy. That he had the scene with Lacey, and following that,
he went from like one scene to another scene. I was like,
to the scene with his friend Tino. So now that y'all mentioned that, like, I kind of do see like this season was all about Brandon, and it's crazy because
it was.
I thought, like, Carl, I thought you were like the breakout star of the show. Like, for me, you were the most entertaining. Like, you had the most like personality. I found you.
That's
like
what
the
I came
funniest.
to do.
Like, so it's just crazy that like you said, the fans of the show take it so personal to where it's like, oh, I can't stand this bitch. He's so annoying. Like, he's toxic. Like,
they
he needs to bring it down. It's just like, I'm like, it's reality TV.
Y'all be mad all
like,
day, bitch.
Yeah, they are
in the comments like,
way
bitch,
too invested.
I streamed this music. I don't like this music, but you streamed it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I need. I can't even brand. Bad press or good press is all press at the end of the day. I don't that's what I didn't have no problem doing it. They like Tramel, you know, it's my homegirl. Tramel, she a peacekeeper. So y'all think she really ain't that big, but when it comes to me, she like, you got to worry about your brand. I said my brand is wild and crazy and ratchet, so that's what I'm gonna be. So if you don't like it, then bitch, fuck you. I'm not here to please a goddamn bitch. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. I came here to show my music, show the corporate mouth, show radio, and show my acting. That's it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
what I said at the reunion, that's what I came to do.
Yeah,
and throw shade along the way.
And when you said that at the reunion, like, it did like make me think. I was like, oh yeah, like everything we saw from him was him working pretty much like his song, him on the corporate mouth. Like
I was engaged when I was engaged when I started filming the show. Me and my fiance broke up in the middle of filming.
Wow.
Why y'all didn't hear about it? Because bitch, you put out what you want to. Bitch, I'm not gonna give y'all no ammunition like that. They asked me to put my fiance on there. Absolutely fucking not. Because goddamn it, if I put his ass on here, and then like I said, will Sean be joining us tonight?
Ooh, I did catch that.
It'd be like
that death glare though. He was like,
so How could I say that? And then my man, I done showed my man on here, and then he won't be joining us tonight because I didn't have my man either. But the difference is you didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I show what I need to show. You should have done the same thing. You was with that man for 2 months before you got on that show. You should never brought him on there. I was with my nigga for 3 years. We were engaged recently before that show. And we broke up literally in the middle of filming. No, ma'am. No, you ain't getting that info from me. I've done some poor ass shit too. But guess what? It ain't on the camera.
And we kind of talked about
y'all
that.
Not about to talk about it.
We talked about like how some people, it's like they don't want certain aspects of their life to be on the show, but they kind of tease it a little bit. And then like when it comes out, they're like, oh, wait, don't talk about it now. But it's like it's already out there. We already know. So it's like, you know, it's like...
People got to realize, like, for example, the numbers of Weblyfe did well. And y'all know Chasing Atlanta's is astronomical. And then, you know, Jason Daddis is very well as well. These shows are only on YouTube, but they do numbers. So at the end of the day, it's still reality TV. So you have to be mindful. You have to understand the business before you jump your ass in front of that camera, say what the hell you gonna say, do what you gonna do. Because whatever you say and do, I don't give a fuck how they edit it. You gonna stand by all that damn shit because you did it and you said it. My thing when I go into reality TV, whether I've been a friend of the show, featured in the show, or I'm the main cast member of the show, I'd be mindful of everything I do and say because the bitch will come back up. So don't say nothing that you're not gonna be able to stand by when the going gets tough and when you're doing interviews like I'm doing now and say, oh no, let me backtrack. I like to apologize. I don't apologize for shit I say. Nothing. If I said it, I meant it. And if you don't like it, bitch, square up or shut the fuck up.
Period. Period.
And like I said at the beginning, there ain't nobody on this fighter but me. So if I'm not getting out my feet, y'all shouldn't be either. Because the only bitch can talk about they holding me back. I said, let me tell y'all something. Let me go. If I wanted to get her, y'all see the weight I got, the weight on y'all, bitch, y'all, I would have cleared you bitches.
I do want to like
if I
bring that
to get
up.
Her.
Like your like altercation, like when you and Brandon got to it at the reunion, I was dying.
Do you want to try her today? Do you want to try her today? No. Do you want to figure her out? No. Do you want to figure her out?
Huh? Do you?
Like when you stood up and said, "Do you want to try her today? Do you want to figure her out?" I swear, I'm gonna start saying,
bitch.
Do you want to figure her out?
Oh no, well, no. Yes, bitch.
Bitch, do you want to try her today?
What killed me was when he was apologizing and like he was like,
but I apologize for coming at you the way that I did in this particular situation.
I apologize stuff, the girl be good.
Though you stood up on me first.
I did, I'm a stander.
Cause you stand up, bitch, I'm standing up, bitch. What you doing, man? Why you standing up?
Oh
girl,
my god,
it's instinct though. It was instinct. Like, but you stand up, bitch. Hold on.
Oh my god.
I would say like it's interesting that you two like orchestrated the beef, but to me, I feel like and I like Brandon. I think you like Brandon too, Troy. But like,
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I love Brandon. Me and Brandon like were like I gotta find some way to show y'all the text messages. We talked all the way to the day of the reunion. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Brandon is like such a breath of fresh air. So for us not talking, I am a little hurt by that he took it personally. Like if I'm your bitch, so if you ever felt I went too far, you could have texted me like we've been doing and said, "Bitch, bitch, you going too far." And I'd be like, "Girl, just let me know, girl. That's my girl." Like I love Brandon. She got me blocked and everything, but bitch, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm still gonna. That's my girl still. She ain't gotta like me.
He gonna block.
I would
you
never
soon.
fight her.
He gonna get out of his
She love me, bitch. She love me. I love her too.
But it just seemed kind of like it was kind of weird because like you would shade him, and then I'm thinking like y'all are gonna shade each other. Like that's like the thing. Like it was like y'all were two like church mothers.
Question. Good to see you today, Gloria. Good to see you too, Miss Williams. Tired here.
Like going back and forth. Like
So when we first started, we didn't want to go too far because like bitch, that's my home. Like y'all realize I'm talking about when I say home girl, I mean at their house having Sunday dinner with them every Sunday. Like we are very cool, very close. So like it was weird. Shading this bitch. When I say I love you, y'all have no understand how much I adore that man. He is like, I love him. He's like a great friend. He's never been rude to me. He's always been pleasant. And he's such a professional. He's a great person. So yeah, I didn't want to go that hard. But it was like, bitch, we got a show to sell. So we were, mind you, only person was on the damn boardroom meetings was me and him. Like, bitch, we got to bring it a little harder, bitch. Because bitches were calling us out like, bitch, I don't believe this beef. Like, I don't believe it. And I said, bitch, I was talking to Brandon. I said, you see this? Yeah, I saw it. I said, yeah, we need to come a little harder because they don't believe that we really beefing. So we have to go harder. He like, I might come hard, but you gonna be okay? I say, yeah, bitch. I'm gonna come hard. You gonna be okay? So me, even that part where he stood up, like ready to fight, I said, oh, bitch, I was never gonna fight her because I'm like, bitch, it's clear I win. That's evident. So I'm never gonna fight you, but I can do enough to where, bitch, because I ain't gonna beat you up in front of everybody. If you wanted to, lock a little bit, I'll make it look like you had to go a little bit because I'm not gonna just clear her ass because she's my homegirl. I clear bitches I don't like. Bitch, I don't let you get a punch or two in. Bitch, just because, like, you my girl.
Yeah, but it seemed like
all you gotta do was call her, bitch.
It seemed like the shade, like you would shade him, and then he would kind of shade you back, but it seemed like he just got in his feelings. Even like at the beginning, like even if he was like playing, I'm like, shade him back, say something back, like like. And he kind of did at the brunch, but it just seemed like after that, it just became like, oh my god, like he's talking about me again, and then it kind of seemed like you were bullying him. So it was like, weird
not like it was me.
Yeah, so it's like
he came to do. So it was like, bitch. Now, like, I'm just starting shit at this point because you're not saying enough. Exactly. But he was in the green screen going down, though. I thought, well, that's what but I'm sitting right here. Get me here.
Right. But yeah.
But I knew they were going to try to put me out that goddamn party, though. So that's why I said, let me get some chicken first, bitch. I did come to eat, bitch. Let me get you because I know they're going to put me. They love to put a bitch out. So,
you said, bitch, you can't get a plate? Like...
bitch, when I say I piled that bitch up about 3 goddamn stacks high. I pay all that bitch up that bitch. I'm gonna
what they had?
I need to meal for tomorrow.
Was it catered?
Bitch, it was catered. Yes. Bitch, they had chicken, mac and cheese, the baked kind. One was like, somebody mixed the egg in it. Bitch. 3 cheeses, bitch.
Nice.
I said I said the devil was a lie, bitch. I'm not gonna play that bitch. And here's the thing: the guy that came with me that I brought there, I met him in the lobby. We didn't know each other.
For real?
What?
Met him in the lobby on the way upstairs.
Wow.
I'm gonna y'all see I didn't get nobody else. Yeah. Nobody knows I met him that day.
He was probably like, what is this, honey?
That's Darnell. He's from New York. I met him that day. I met him in the lobby. We got to know each other on an elevator ride up to the damn door.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That is hilarious.
Also,
if you call me to do a job, I'm gonna do a job. I wasn't even gonna come to that party because I was at my other event. I was at a red carpet event. They called for urban wear. That's why I wasn't dressed in no suit. So we came down there, and I wasn't gonna come because I got drunk as fuck at that thing. And honestly, that's why I wanted to let everybody know I did not mean to tell his boyfriend about Mikey and them, but bitch, I'm drunk at this point. So I said, ooh. But so let me give y'all some more tea.
Okay.
The boyfriend knew too. He was in on it.
Okay.
Ooh, the boyfriend knew. The boyfriend didn't know.
Okay.
Because the reason why I did that, I said you have to let your boyfriend know. If you come at me and try to fight me, bitch, I'm gonna beat his ass. I just want you to know. So tell him now, so he don't try to bust me inside the damn head. Then I gotta stake her ass in front of all these people. So let her know what's happening.
So were Mikey and Brandon really an item? Like, rewatching the reunion, I did see, like, not even rewatching the reunion, just rewatching the season, I did see how they were really defensive about one another. Like, were they an item, or is that
Here's
just
the tea.
Hearsay?
Everybody came on me about that. Lacey, the one that said it. Nobody called Lacey out about it. Lacey brought that up, but they came at me. That's like Outpour. Antar did an interview today talking about the season, and he said that's the thing. He said everybody came at Carl because Carl was the wolf. Y'all didn't watch the Sly Snakes like Chris and Lacey. They were saying the exact same shit I was saying. I'm just louder than them. I'm loud. I'm always loud. As y'all see, the same energy that y'all got on the show, the same y'all getting right here. This is me all the time. So at the end of the day, I can't help that I'm loud. But Lacey ass was the one. But she was reading the fuck out them whores, and they was mad at me. I said, bitch, Lacey said it. But the thing here's the thing. Nobody really thought they were an item. The person that kept telling everybody it was an item was Mikey. Mikey kept that narrative going. Nobody really gives a fuck, to be honest. But Mikey wouldn't let the damn rumor die.
And now that I think about it, like the OnlyFans thing, the thing with Mikey and him, I'm like, why do they care? And now that I think about it, it makes so much sense to be like, it's just a story. Like it's the story. That's the drama. Like, so
they're like, Carl must got a crush on him. He talking about, I bet when I got so tired of seeing them episodes and seeing my face on the front, I said, girl, other cast members, bitch, use them. I'm tired of you dragging me in the comments, bitch, I'm talking about shit I don't care about. You'll fuck with that bitch do her booty, bitch. I don't care.
With your personality, you better get used to it. Like,
listen, I told him, I said, season 2, bitch, I'm gonna cast another bitch. I said, y'all better let her know now. She better not come at me because then ain't shit playing. And you have a whole different show then. I'm telling you now. I got fired from my last show. I'm telling you now. You better let them bitches know. Don't come here. Because I'm ghetto as fuck. I'm from the hood, bitch. I will clear you in that camera, bitch. Let's let that be known. That's why everybody comes up. I know Carl. Carl never fought her. That should have been your first indication that we had planned it. Because everybody know I hit first and ask questions later. Everybody knows. So I ain't bust this bitch in her mouth. Y'all should already know. We playing.
That sounds like Muskegon energy. Busting first and ask questions.
Detroit is the hoodest, but the Muskegon is the ghettoest. They are
those
the number
suburbs
one
are also Flint, Muskegon.
We have the highest.
Mm-hmm.
Flint, Muskegon, Ben Harbor. We are the ghettoest.
Like,
so with that being said, oh shit.
That's real though. People really think Detroit is the hood, and it's
not.
You have
the suburbs is the worst.
Yes.
Like Sherrod. Sherrod is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was
from the same place
for some reason.
No, he's from Grand Rapids. We're from the same fucking area. Sherrod came at he came at Tramiel. Like I said, he gonna come. He's like, Tramiel said it because I was the one that said the shit on the radio. We came to Tramiel, and Tramiel like, why you come at me? And you said it. I said he gonna come at you because he know me. He know where I'm from. He know I beat his ass. So he gonna come at you because you know you ain't gonna fight. He gonna come at you.
How did you meet Tramiel? Like, did y'all?
I've been friends with Tramiel for about 8 years. We've always been friends. We've been friends for a while. Like we would do because we were the club girls. Like you got your ballroom gays, your pageant gays, your club gays. We were the drug gays. We were the club gays. All we did was work our 9 to 5, and we'd be at Bulldogs, bitch, drinking and like, hey girl, like what's up? But we were popular for being at the club all the time. That's all we did was working. So when he got on G status, and he like, I'm trying to do it. I was telling him like I'm starting a podcast. He like, bitch, we should do it together, bitch, because this is new to me, bitch. I ain't trying to do all this. I need something to do, bitch. I've been modeling draws, bitch, and I want to do something else. And I said, okay, bitch, let's do it together. And we started doing a podcast together, and that opened up opportunity to our acting roles, our music, all that other stuff. I started doing music and during the pandemic. Yeah, I'm a new rapper. I've been rapping, 8 months?
Yes.
8 months.
Speaking of your rapping, who are your influences?
Trina, Cardi B, Cash Dog, Ludacris.
Why was I gonna say that? Like Ludacris, I wouldn't have guessed Ludacris, but the other ones, like I was like, definitely
Trina, Cash
giving
Dog,
me Trina.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Trina. I'm like, that's my name. My on Instagram, my name is the Carl J Star. That's Trina's the rock star. My name used to be King Rockstar, so that's where I'm the Rockstar gang. So I'm a Trina fan down. Yes. So of course, I've been wanting to rap for a while. I just never did. 'Cause I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody gonna listen to my shit. So I said, let me just get some time since we pandemic. We weren't doing that. I was watching Netflix for 8 hours out of a day. I said, let me just go ahead and try to do some music. My album, when I came out, my album charted. It was on number 34 the week 1 and 2. I said, okay. Well, bitch, apparently y'all like it, so let's do it.
I love a good earworm. So like after watching like you perform that song, like I'll just be like walking around just randomly like, you want to taste this funny pussy? Like I'll literally just be like saying that shit out loud, and I have to remember like sometimes I'm like not at home, so I can't just say it out loud.
My friends, they got kids. They do not let the kids listen to my album. I'm like, girl, y'all know I was explicit when y'all met me.
They said, buddy,
they
what? No, not that
all
buddy.
Day. They listen to Tramiel shit all day, but my shit they won't listen to. I'm like, the only song they play on my song is the song. Me and Tramiel have a song called "Kill the Vibe" on my album. That's the only one they'll play.
Okay.
They don't play nothing else. All my whole album is explicit. The whole album. My next one gonna probably be worse.
I mean, that's Trina energy.
That's very true.
Like,
very true.
Not for children, but
I've always been a sexual bitch. That's what someone's like, how you talk about Brandon and he got songs I call Bunny Pussy? Well, I own my Bunny Pussy. He ain't on his Bunny
That's
Pussy.
True.
That's the problem.
That's true.
Bitch,
I
know I got
being
money pussy, and I made a song about it. Like, here it go.
Yeah. Because I remember thinking, like, how they both you and Chris are sexual. So, like, you're right. Like, y'all own it.
We both are.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. He own it, he don't.
But I have a question about the Halloween party, the infamous Halloween party. When you said, what did you say? That when a second person passed out, you was like, "Is there a carbon monoxide poison?" When I tell you, I fell out.
Bitch, I was so scared, bitch. The bitches was dropping like flies. I said, bitch, now I don't know. Now I know a lot of things, bitch. And this was like some carbon monoxide leak or a terrorist attack. I don't know what's happening, but I gotta get my grab. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I got to go, bitch.
Oh my god! And
then the guy that I said, remember? I don't know if y'all remember, like the I think it was the last episode when I talked about my friend that died. Actually, it was a guy. It was actually a DL guy that I was dating, and we were making waves because he wanted to actually date me publicly. So if y'all don't if y'all pay attention, if y'all look at that Halloween party, he was at the Halloween party with me. He was sitting at the table.
Oh, okay.
And he died 5 days after that.
Damn.
Wow. That's so crazy.
So
So
the circle thing was the healing circle was a day after he had died the day before. No, it was Saturday. He had died that Thursday. And mind you, I didn't find out he died until that day.
Jeez. So like, can you talk a little bit about like your headspace at that point? I mean, obviously we saw and communicated that you were,
Shout out to Mikey. Mikey is the reason why I came to the healing circle. I was like, before we did that, I was like I had like 3 shows lined up that week. I had Nookie After Dark. Now, if y'all seen the Nookie After Dark episode, I think y'all said everybody was like, Carl's drunk. That was the day I found out.
Oh.
So I was, when I say toe up, I don't even know how they even let me on air that day. Like, but see, to their defense, they didn't know that I had just lost somebody because I keep all my shit bottled up. So I wasn't going to tell nobody. I wanted to carry on as business as usual, like nothing had happened. And my mom died. When mom died in 2019, I didn't really process that like I needed to. When he died, I had to process both of them at the same time. And I was a whole wreck. I was still doing shows. I had Nookie After Dark. I had radio. I had Corporate Mouth. I had 3 goddamn shows for my album and shit I had to do. I was filming for Weblyfe. And I'm just carrying on like ain't nothing happened. And I was hurting bad. And that healing circle, Mikey was like, you need to come. You might need to come to this so you can heal.
Yeah.
And I said, that's only why I came. So I'm looking like, child, I didn't want to be there. I did not want to be there. I was really not there.
And we talked
so
about
they asked me like, I wasn't there. I didn't want to be there.
And we talked about that in our review about how like people, we as Black men specifically, Black people in general, but how we're so used to bottling things up and not expressing ourselves. And, if you keep it bottled up, it's going to come out, at some point, So,
exactly.
It was good that you were able to like let that out, even in that environment where, people are shady and catty and things like that. So, that was really cool that you were able to, let that out.
That's what Mikey said. Like, they need to see a human part of you because everybody thinks that, like, you're not human.
Yeah. Like, we talked about that a lot on, like, the show about how, like, a lot, like you said, with, like, 4, how a lot of these people get in front of the camera and they just want to be a reality personality. They don't want to be vulnerable or show, like, their emotions or whatever. So I can definitely appreciate you for being vulnerable and showing that side in front of a camera and in front of a group of people, like Damon said, are shady or, could have threw stone at you or whatever. But we talk about that a lot. A lot of people just want to be just a personality they have that guard up all the time where it's like, I'm going to just shade you and read you. But
that was me. I took a chance because I'm like, I got 2 sides. You see me ready to beat a bitch ass or I'm ready to hug a bitch. That's all I be wanting to show to everybody. I don't want you to know that I cry. I don't want you to know that I hurt. I don't want nobody to know that. So like I said, I'm very strategic about the things that I let be available for Weblyfe. And that was something that I didn't anticipate. Like, I'm like literally filming a reality show and somebody I'm having an intimate relationship with dies. Like, I could not process that. Like, I really couldn't process that. And it's like, to get on the show and talk about it, I said, bitch, I'm not that thirsty for attention to be put my personal business out here like that. Like, no. You don't get personal me. You get fun me and mad me, and that's it.
Right.
But Mikey had convinced me to do it. So I said, you know what? Sure, why not? But I was so mad. I was trying not to cry on that camera. You just see me, bitch, like, nah, bitch.
Yeah.
Don't you do it. Don't do it.
Something's in my eye. Like,
I'm like, bitch, I'm like, bitch, like, something in there. I'm like, it's dust in here. Like, bitch, I didn't want nobody to know.
How did you feel once you let those feelings out? Like, even at that point?
Letting your emotions out is important. And I say it to anybody. Like, don't keep that shit bottled in. That's been most of my problem all my life. I've always done that. And it felt good to just say, bitch, just cry. You know you want to. You know you sad. You know you grieving. Grieve. Bitch, it's okay to grieve. You're not a weak bitch for grieving.
Right.
Crying always made me feel like I was sad. So I didn't want to cry.
And I think it's almost like if you kind of like cry a little bit, it's just all gonna come out. And it's like, can I deal with all of this that's about to come after this? Like,
exactly.
So I completely understand. Okay, so I thought the counselor did, a good job. He presented himself well. Why did y'all decide to go to the messy shit after dealing with something so heavy? I was like, why did y'all?
I said, you know what? Do you know the amount of flabbergasted that I was in? I said, bitch, I even got 2 goddamn tears down my goddamn face, bitch. Y'all good. I was going bitch right into it. I said, girl, I am crying here, bitch.
Right. I was like,
the thing about me, bitch, it's a switch in me. So, like, bitch, I'm free right now, but hold on. What you're not about to do? we can definitely go there.
Right.
But bitch, damn, bitch, I'm having a moment here, bitch.
Right.
Y'all fucking my moment up. She went in like, first of all, bitch, and I'm like, girl. Damn, bitch.
You're like, this is for real. I'm not crying for fake.
Like, this ain't for TV.
Right.
Like, I know we planned a lot of this shit.
Right, yeah.
But this is for real. Like, I'm dead ass hurting, girl. Help me, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, but no, hey, I don't. Your best is as good as mine. You said the same thing I said. I don't know why they did that.
Because then I'm like,
really?
Even when I thought it was like for real, I'm like, that puts Brandon in an awkward situation to talk about it, because like I would be like, well, I don't want to like pile on, but if we're gonna talk about it, I want to be honest, So it's like, what do you do? Like, am I just supposed to sit here and
Am I supposed to sit here? No, right. Bitch, I'm about to go in too, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here.
So
like, then mind you, she said her piece that she walked her ass. I know you, not you walking off like you had enough. You had enough, bitch. You just cussed me out, bitch, and walked off like I just can't. So now you trying to steal my moment too?
Right.
Not only I can't talk, now you trying to steal my moment. I said, girl, I know she gonna get her raggedy ass back in here and get this cussing out, bitch. I didn't get to cry, bitch. You don't get to cry.
Literally had me screaming. Like, he was trying to console him. He was like, you want some water or something? I'm like, oh my God, Larry. Like, stop.
Y'all,
get out of my
One of my biggest things about the show that I didn't like is the fact that y'all did not get to see a lot of Larry. Y'all did not get to see a lot of Freshie and Lacey. Them 3 bitches, Larry, Freshie, and bitch, they just about as bad as me. Y'all didn't get to see it. And I'm mad y'all didn't get to see it. Those bitches are a hoot, okay?
Yeah, we were talking about how
they are funny as fuck.
Like, we want to see
Chris is a little boring, but Chris is a little boring, but Chris, let me tell you about Chris. He's very attractive.
He is.
And Chris is an actor. They're like, he's so monotone, and so he's so goddamn, like, everything is like, kumbaya. That's Chris was giving y'all his authentic self. On the camera, Chris is a completely different bitch. Like, he can give you everything else. He's an actor. And that's what he do. But his real life is just zen. And he's all about the birds and the sage, and that's just how he is. But that bitch do work. Y'all never gonna take that away from the bitch. That bitch don't work. Everybody on that cast were heavy hitters. Every single bitch on there. And Freshie is probably one of everybody calls Freshie boring. She's probably one of the biggest heavy hitters. The person with the least amount of following on that entire cast was me. I'm the least on that cast. Everybody else is way bigger than me. The entire cast.
And the show did pretty
that's
good
why
numbers for the
so
first
big.
season too. So like that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
So
it makes sense. You had a phenomenal cast. But out of everybody, the bottom of the totem pole on that cast is me. Everybody on that bitch is phenomenal. Everyone. So I was already nervous when he named the cast members. I'm like, girl, them bitches got more followers than me. They do more than me. Bitch, I only been doing this, 2.5 years? Bitch, these bitches been at this since I was fucking at the club. Hey, I was here for all of it, but damn. You put me on there, bitch, with some hitters, bitch.
Listen, a junior sitting with the seniors, like, what's up? Like,
I'm here for it, bitch. I can hold up, bitch, if you need me to, but damn. It was intimidating. Like, bitch, these bitches I had looked up to. Chris, Larry, even Brandon. Brandon did about him. Brandon's what kicked off this whole web life shit anyway. That was what kicked everything off.
We were saying that, yeah.
When that got big, everybody wanted a piece. Everybody wanted a piece after that. So it was like, yeah, Brandon is an icon in this shit. So yeah, absolutely, everybody. Only person, shit, the two fucking the bottom of totem pole was me and Mikey. Shit, businesses was just there.
So
trying real hard, bitch.
Will there be a part 2 of the reunion, or is that it? Because it just ended abruptly.
Supposed to be a part 2.
Okay.
Because Brandon left. And they decided to go into Brandon and Carl questions at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Brandon and Carl was the meat of the show. We were the entire show. We should have been left towards the end. Y'all didn't want to do that. That first part, y'all should have seen nothing but Mikey and fucking Larry. Mm-hmm. Mikey and Larry. That's all y'all should have seen. Y'all should have got into us two at the end. But they didn't know what the hell. The host didn't know what they were doing. It's all a learning experience. But I tell them, y'all have a cast. Ask the cast. Like me, I've been a friend of the show, the 80 shows. Bitch, ask me. I done been there enough. I can tell you that no, this ain't how you do this. Because if she get heated and she stand up, I'm gonna stand up. Bitch, we get to fighting, bitch, and there goes your part 2.
Yeah. So season 2, how are we looking for season 2?
Season 2, as y'all know, Brandon is not returning.
Okay.
That's been confirmed today. Like I can talk about, I had signed an NDA. So I'm glad y'all did this today because bitch, now I can tell all the tea. Brandon's not returning. Of course, she's blocked everybody. She blocked Outpour, me. I think she blocked everybody but Larry and Mikey. Lacey and them either. So she blocked. All of us are blocked except for Mikey and Larry. And so he won't be returning. They want to bring everybody back. They want to do because I felt like y'all should have dug more into Freshie and Lacey because of the fact that us being gay men, I don't know what the lesbians do. Like, they are so goddamn foreign to me. They're aliens. And I was really interested to see more of them. And then, like, y'all don't know Freshie and Lacey like I know Freshie and Lacey. And those bitches are funny as fuck and entertaining as hell. So I would like to see more of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they are planning on bringing back the entire cast except for Chris and Brandon. And they're going to cast 3 more people. So they are putting out a casting call. And for 3 more people. And I said, whoever y'all catch, I'll let them know, leave me the fuck alone. Because y'all gonna see Carl being authentically him this next season.
Because people are gonna watch this season and be like, oh, that's the person to go for. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you heard it here. Like, if you want to tackle that, you want to tackle that dragon, go for it. Like, but listen, here's your warning.
Like, you better tell them.
Like, here is your warning.
I said, because like that was like for example, like with G Status. That's how they did Dracember. Dracember was brought on for the same reason. They brought Dracember on G Status for the same thing they brought me on Weblyfe for. And I said, before we go, that's why I went on every live and every interview that I have and say, let me set the record straight. Because if your bitches that's trying to come on feel like just because I come in the room and y'all think y'all gonna attack me, she'll fight, bitch. But I will clear a room. When I say knock all this shit off the table, I will knock all this shit off the table. Please don't feel like you're gonna come in and come for me.
Bull in that China shop tease.
I know what you're thinking.
Bitches now, you ass bitch. You want to come in and be my friend rather than come at me. That's it. That's all I want y'all to know. I'm here to promote my brand. I don't give a fuck about your OnlyFans. I don't give a fuck about your dick or your ass. I just came to do me. I did what needed to be done because they were a startup show that needed to sell. So I helped you sell what you needed to sell. I've been trying. Well, actually, I ain't been trying, but I plan on trying to go out for Chasing Atlanta this next season that's coming out. That's where I want to be at.
Yeah.
They have the numbers already. I don't want to do startup shows because I don't know what your numbers are going to do. So I know that if I wanted you to get numbers, I know I had to really bring it so you can get the views that you needed. So you got that. If you bring me up for season 2, don't you have a bitch coming at me because I will beat her ass on camera. I'm not above that. I'm not above beating a bitch ass.
It's gonna turn the Bad Girls Club real quick.
Real fast. So pick out, do at your own risk. Is all I say. At your own risk.
Why hasn't so like we kind of talked about like on our Chase or our G status reviews, like Tramel just seems, I guess, over the whole experience. So has he, like, I mean, obviously you're not him, but like, has he like thought about going to Weblyfe or another show? Because I just feel like he would maybe fit better somewhere else.
Tramel is considering another show. He is considering another show, but it's not Weblyfe. Y'all, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm pretty sure we all sit here. Y'all know what show we're considering. Okay. We is considering another show, and it's not G status and it ain't Weblyfe. Okay. But he is. But see, let me tell you something about Tramel. Tramel's personality is very similar to mine. But Tramel tried to play it safe because Tramel tries to look like he looked at reality TV. He didn't want to go in like being like too much because he didn't want bitches to come at him. Tramel don't like drama. He will address drama if it comes to him because his mouth is ruthless, like way worse than mine. And he like he's the type of bitch. You know how you had that friend that y'all be joking and shit, but you had that one friend be like, that's like your mama died. Tramel is that bitch. Tramel don't know how to play. Like, he's going straight for your fucking
0
neck.
to 100.
So that's why Tramel don't do all that. He don't do all that, friendly shade, because ain't nothing friendly about Tramel shade. So he's not gonna do it. But Tramel has a brand to pretty much promote right now. He feel like he's gonna go to a spot that really promotes his brand, and it's not the show that he was currently on, because they made Tramel to be out like a whore that was messy, and he didn't like that. Because Tramel showed things. We performed the same. We had a grand opening, like a mid-season finale party for Corporate Mouth that never seen the light of day. He did his studio shit. They never showed any of that. When he started his music shit, he's the only chart-topping artist on that entire show. Like, his music charted more than anybody's on that show. Y'all didn't even broadcast it. So it's just like, you had Argot try to do music, Redrick try to do music, that Roman girl try to do music, bitch Akeem try to do music, Charlie did music. The only person that charted was Tramel.
And I was saying, like,
y'all didn't show that.
They have so many people on the show that it's hard to show like everybody's lives. So it's like, if you lessen the people, you can show all the things that they got.
You can definitely get the meat if you had less than the cast member. And then mind you, your B-roll was like, when you talk about the meat of people who actually are working, your B-roll, the ones you B-casted, those are the ones that was working. Your A-cast wasn't number pretty faces. They didn't do nothing. Except for like maybe 2 or 3 of them, but the rest of them was just there.
Yeah, I would say like a good 4 or 5 people, and then everybody else just be friends of the show.
You better shut up.
Like, but yeah,
you doing an interview? My dog, he barking.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
Come on, bitch. Come up here. Come on. They want to see you. Come on.
Oh my God!
His
so
crazy glowing. You scared now? You scared now? You looking
like I ain't asked for all this.
Yeah, you like, your ass whooped. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Me out here doing something.
But yeah, thank you so much for talking to us. Like,
of course, mind you, I've been watching y'all reviews. Every time y'all post them, I'm right the first one on there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Like, we first noticed you at the barbecue episode of G Status. That's like, we was like, who's that being extra? But you being on this show, like, we stand. We definitely stand Mr. Carl Levonzell. Like,
they've asked me to be on. People have been saying they've been wanting me to be on shows, and it's like, I was trying to, but bitch, I auditioned to G Status. I didn't make it to G Status, but I know I was gonna be on there anyway because Tramel's my girl. So I'm like, I'm gonna be on there eventually because everything we do, we basically do together. We do our music. We record our music, our albums together. We did that in the studio together. We do everything together. So I'm like, y'all gonna see me in here, but I really want to be on Atlanta. What happened was season 4 I auditioned for, but I auditioned through their old producer that's no longer part of the show. So they never got my audition tape. So this time I'm gonna make sure it gets to the right place. Now if they pick me, they do. If they don't, they don't. Weblyfe is looking pretty promising, so I can definitely say Weblyfe, but I would really like to do Chasing Atlanta instead. They have 1.6 million views. I need to go there. I need to sling that bunny pussy over there. Bitch.
We would have reviewed it if we didn't start so late, like timing wise. But yeah, we're gonna review next.
It's a new show. Y'all didn't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for Chasing Atlanta, we would have reviewed this last season of Chasing Atlanta, but because we just didn't. I don't know. I guess
the best thing that happened to that show, they needed her. That's my girl. Y'all know all us ghetto girls hang together. You know, Kendra, my girl.
Yes.
So
I love Lil Kendra. Like,
I can't say everybody on that damn show is my girl. So, bitch, if y'all want some drama, bitch, bring me. I'll shut that bitch down.
Like, we will see it play out. But yeah, this has been Key and Carrie, where we key.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have a question to leave.
And Carrie.
Yes.
I'm with.
You about to be my new co-host now because my other one, like.
Oh, so sorry.
You just left me hanging. Like,
no, I forgot. I was listening to Carl talk, but I did want to leave a question. I did want to ask y'all a question before we sign off. So I gotta this is my trash can yam. So,
oh my god. Okay.
Okay. So first of all, the host leaving the reunion. Like, how the fuck you gonna abandon your job like that? So I was wondering, do you think that Brandon and the host, you think they left the reunion to go scissor?
No.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
I love Rashad. I love Brandon, but Rashad ain't Brandon type.
Oh,
I know what Brandon type is. It ain't Rashad.
Well, we saw Brandon's type.
The thing, yeah, you seen Brandon's type. It ain't Rashad. So my thing with Rashad was having issues. His biggest issue was with production. Production was giving her the blues, and that's why y'all saw that. Like everybody said, it was me, and it wasn't me. I had kind of cussed her out a little bit, but that's my homegirl, so she didn't take that personally. Her issue was with production, so that's really why she left.
Yeah, it seemed like he was doing exactly what production wanted. Like
he did, but they allowed him to do his own thing. But when they allowed him to do his own thing, he started catering everything to Brandon, and that's what I had a problem with. I said, okay, I understand. You can do your own thing, bitch. Don't cater everything to her. And we all, like me, Mikey, and Larry was just props at that point. And that's like, one thing I am not is a prop. You gonna let me talk, bitch?
Yes. Especially with this drink in my cup, of course.
Like, I'm drunk too, but I'm gonna have a good time, bitch. Like, you gonna let me talk?
Yeah.
That's what that was about. So she took the anger directed at him towards herself. Like, once I love Brandon down, but she's like Marsha. Everything is about her, girl. Marsha, and that wasn't about you. You made it about you, and it wasn't.
I can definitely see that. But yeah, do you have any more messy questions?
No, that was just my last messy question.
That was the last question. Right there, make sure y'all get my album, Rockstar. It's in stores now.
Yes. Definitely, as soon as we end this meeting, I'm definitely gonna go download like that album, all of your music. I've been trying
we'll put like a link or like something, over it and everything. So
let them know, bitch. I'm a cool bitch, cool mom.
Like I said, you're a personality that a lot of these shows need. Like, you do messy, but you do it so well. Like, it's funny. Like, when I tell you I keyed like this entire fucking episode, like, you were just like hilarious. So like, G-Status
and me, that's the point.
Right. Like, right.
I told the G-Status that like I can give you what you needed,
people
but
like you.
They used to be trying to manipulate. They decided to manipulate things. G-Status like a look. They like to bring they love androgynous boys. So if you got makeup or a wig on, you are always going to go to the top of the list on G-Status because Ja is an androgynous girl. She shaped like a little woman. She wear makeup, and she wants to see boys like her, which is cool. And my thing with this is that like y'all got to realize they all try to put this thing like the trans girls have a movement. Like trans aren't really been taken care of, but the androgynous girls, for some odd reason, don't realize that they are the face of the LGBT community. Like we got your Miss Lawrence's, we got your Mr. Ray. We got these bitches already that's already wearing makeup, wearing wigs, wearing heels, carrying purses. They would like to see like a gay nigga like me with a little bang, but I still just like a nigga, but I still can do with the same goddamn shit as the bitches with the heels on. We don't get a lot of that, and it's like he don't really like the butch queens. He wants you to be sell sex or sell a wig. That's what Dry like over there. So If you got an OnlyFans or you do makeup, G status is where you need to go because that's where you gonna get top priority over there. But you get like you gotta realize your Ikes and your Tremels and them, they were backseated. The bitches like Sherrod, Charlie, Redrick, and Argyle, they got the most of what you needed to see. So that's just how they operate over there. And I've been telling everybody that. That's just what they do. So,
and it's crazy because
they need
like,
more of that. They need real.
You would think like, because I know like those people like Ike and Tremel and like some of the others have been called boring, but like I guess when you put it that way, it's like, well, maybe they're just not showing, you know, what they're doing. Yeah.
They did hella shit. I did hella shit. I did hella shit. Everything Tremel did, he about did with me. And he cut all of it. You wanted to showcase, mind you, the opening scene of G Status, 15-minute scene. Charlie just walking in. What is this?
He was straight though. Like I can't even take that from him.
He been walking in his cat suit for 15 minutes.
And the bedazzled cat suit.
That's my homegirl.
That was that
in
slow
a bedazzled
motion.
cat suit for 10 minutes. Like, come on now. Like, you could have gave 5 minutes after somebody else. Like, we been watching this bitch in slow-mo, walking 15 minutes. Like, girl, it's too much. Redrick doing somebody makeup. Somebody we don't even fucking know. She been doing a damn girl makeup for 20 minutes. Girl. About nothing. Our guy and Charlie ended up shopping at some goddamn fucking boutique. Bags ain't got shit in them. Damn thing. Y'all just been, like, come on now. What are y'all doing over there?
I can't. Well, this interview was everything. Like, thanks again because, like, I got my entire life.
Bitch, you know I got all the tea.
Yes, like
show, bitch. You need on the way up gossip, bitch. I got that too, bitch. I got everything. I be everywhere. Chase Atlanta got her too. I'll be everywhere. I'm everywhere. One thing, what y'all gonna learn? This is what y'all gonna learn. All of us are all, like on the way up. Chasing Atlanta, G Status, Weblyfe, we all know each other and we all hang together.
Right.
Some people don't like each other. It's like we all like combined in the circles. We all know each other. So it's just like you will see on the way up, you'll see one of us. You see Dominico on the way up. You see Neil on the way up. You go to Chase Atlanta, you'll see one of us on there. You'll see Tremel on there. We all know each other.
I know we are a modest channel, but do you want to plug anything? I know you talked about Bunny Pussy, of course, and then the Corporate Mouth.
Of course. The Corporate Mouth, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the Corporate Mouth. We are starting our season 3 in the next couple of weeks. Make sure y'all go get Tremel's album, 6-Page Letter, if y'all have not done that already. And go get my album, Rockstar. And make sure Be Aquarius. He's actually a bounce rapper from Philly. And we're all on the same label. And it's called Growth 2. Be Aquarius, y'all love. He do all New Orleans bounce music. I just directed his video 2 weeks ago. So y'all that'll be coming out soon. I got a movie I'm directing coming up soon called Serial Lovers Entanglement. I actually wrote the movie. It's based on my last relationship. It's about a guy that was on drugs that cheated on me and all this other good shit. Y'all get ready for that. I have written. It's written and directed by me. So it's a lot. I do a lot of shit. Anything I say, if it involves a camera, bitch, I'm there.
Yes, I'm here for that.
Yeah,
like, doing big things.
Make sure you start the Land King production films. That's where I'm doing it with him. He has a lovers special that he's doing with the couples that's in relationships. That's coming up, so y'all can look out for that. So we're just plugging all my people. Tremel's boyfriend Fro does fashion. He has a fashion show and a fashion visual that's coming soon. There's a lot happening. Like my team be working. We be working on this. Like we always.
Everybody going to work over here.
Whatever you need, editing, camera. You need some film. You need some edited. You need a stylist. You need a fashion designer, a rapper, a singer. We got our crew. We do all of that. So I don't go anywhere to do anything. Right here is right here. That's all we do. Everything here. So, thank y'all for having me. I had fun.
Of course, yes. You're welcome back anytime. Like
anytime.
Listen, send me a message, bitch. I'll be like, "What's up? What days y'all got?"
Right. Like,
all the word.
So this has been Key and Carry, where we key
and we carry.
I'm
or
Damon.
You know what? I should have let Carl do it. You know
you done messed it up again.
You know what?
Listen,
I'm sorry.
Thank y'all for watching, everybody. This is Key and Carry, where we key
and we carry.
And carry.
Yes. Yes. Well, yes. Again, thank you for this interview, and thank you guys for watching. We will see y'all in the next one.
Period, fool.